All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for some real people out there, just like you and just like me. Well, there's a problem with the End of the Road tour and Kiss up in Canada. Breaking news. Anyway, before I get to the breaking news, this came out at the beginning of the year, and for a while, this was the only thing I was listening to for a couple of months. This is Uriah Heep. It's called Chaos and Color. And it is a great looking CD. If you wanted to give someone a gift for the upcoming holiday season, I mean, look at the interior design here. It's a full booklet with lots of pictures. My buddy Jeff Scott Soto is on this album. He was a contributor to this wonderful album. And by the way, Jeff is out there with Trans-Siberian Orchestra, TSO. So you should check out Uriah Heep, and then you should go and get into the holiday spirit, because it's the most wonderful time of the year. Trans-Siberian Orchestra it's a big deal. And Jeff, he's got the voice to actually do it. And he's on the Uriah Heep album. Now, on to the Kiss situation here. Now, Kiss goes up to Canada, which is really just a soft dictatorship up there right now. I'm just gonna... Justin Trudeau, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we have it bad here in the United States with the corpse Biden, but up there, they've got Trudeau. And as much as I don't like I mean, they're both kind of the same, except Trudeau is worse. And so Kiss had to cancel a show. And again, I love the headlines. I love how just nonchalant this is. And we don't really get much detail. Kiss cancel Canadian show as member of band party suffers unforeseen illness. Now, what is an unforeseen illness, and what is a band party? Well, first of all, unforeseen. Maybe we didn't expect it because we'd been to CVS multiple times. And in fact, up in Canada, I'm thinking that you can pretty much just walk around out on the street. Somebody opens up a briefcase and they've got a bunch of different, medications for whatever variant is floating around outside, because we know this stuff, it's airborne and it floats around. And even if it's sunny outside, and of course it's getting pretty cold up there. And so people are most likely just going to shelter in place, because that's what Canadians have been taught to do. Many Americans are doing that. When the sun angle gets, really distant and you don't get a lot of sunlight, what do people do? Well, they shelter in place because they're afraid. So this is an unforeseen illness. They didn't see it coming. Now, who is in the band party? Well, I'm considering, or assuming rather, that the band party has to be a fairly large group of people, right? So it could be anybody. So again, that's the headline. It says here, the Rock and Roll All Night Group. I love how they just tag one song. Yeah, it's just that one song. If you listen to Kiss, you're going to listen to that one. Now, that's probably one of my favorite Kiss songs. It's from the old days, so I tend to like it more. Comprising Gene Simmons, who is 74, Paul Stanley, who is 71, Tommy Thayer, 63, and Eric Singer, 65. They had to pull out of their end-of-the-road concert at the Canadian Tire Center in Ottawa. Hey, I'd like to go get my tires fixed, eh? Oh, you're going to Canadian Tire Center? Yes, in Ottawa, Ontario. It's like the best place for tires, man. You read that and you're thinking that, you go there and they'll, put 4 new tires on your car. I don't know. The naming of arenas, and I've talked about this before, just eliminates all of the character and takes there's got to be a better name for this place than but it's corporate sponsorship. And they're the ones providing the free medical assistance. If somebody needs one on the way in, they need a blood test before they go in, or a hair sample, or, I could get even more graphic. What other kind of sample could they want, right? A statement from the venue and promoter, Live Nation, read like this, the same as the headline. Kiss has canceled their show that had been scheduled for tonight at the Canadian Tire Center. Below is their official statement. Due to an unforeseen illness in the band, we're unable to perform tonight. Who's writing this stuff for Kiss, right? They've got somebody who handles the media, and, I'm sure they're running around with test kits, and then they're like, oh no, we got one over here, a member of the party, an unforeseen illness. We're going to have to cancel everything. Imagine, why not just have this person shelter in place like most of Canada does, since they've been made to be afraid all the time, and many here in the United States, it's the same thing. Just isolate the dude and go on with the show. Why couldn't you do that? It's not, they said it's a member of the party. They didn't say it was a member of the band themselves. So, and technically, you could have Kiss doubles, right? You could have a Gene Simmons double. You got the makeup. I mean, maybe you don't have the tongue, but you've got pretty much, you could just dress anybody up as these characters and send them out there, because Kiss is using just a smidge of artificial, just a little skosh of artificial intelligence. Not a lot, just tiny little bit. So, I mean, who does it really matter who they send out there? It's like a team. Like, who are we going to send out there? Well, it's kind of like wrestling, so we can send anyone out there, and people are going to believe it. So this is an interesting part of this article. Back during the Thingdemic, that's what I call it, co-frontman and rhythm guitarist Paul branded rumors spreading, suggesting he was seriously ill and in intensive care as absolute nonsense. That was a run-on sentence if I've ever read one. So he branded those rumors as absolute nonsense and reassured fans that he was doing fine. Now, what's interesting, though, is that people are so vague here. Why are you so vague if there's nothing to see here? Why not just tell the world what the unforeseen illness is within the band party? That's not difficult to do. It would be like, Joe over here, who handles the rigging or the lights or whatever, he's got the sniffles, right? Joe has the sniffles. So due to the laws here in the wonderful country of Canada, the free state of the free country of Canada, and this wonderful place called Ontario, this beautiful province, which is so free that people get locked up in their houses if they haven't had the 4th or 5th dose of this wonderful, safe, and effective medical product that, according to President Trump, has saved billions of people, or something like that. I don't know. Bottom line, folks, is we don't know. They're not telling us much. Will they make up this date? So, like I said, the end of the road is never really the end of the road. Are they going to come back to Ottawa? Are they? They have to. They didn't talk about, we're going to be honoring tickets, and maybe this show is just going to get canceled and there will be no makeup date. Wow. What a bummer for all the fans of the circus. Guys, you could always go see the wrestling or the circus. The pay-per-view for Madison Square Garden shaping up to be quite entertaining. Maybe, who knows? Maybe they'll let you have some kind of a floor seat or standing room only seat. If you drive down from Ottawa and you say, hey, you guys canceled due to an unforeseen illness. Now, wonder how long this person has to be separated, or are they going to do tracing? Are they going to say, hey, this person was next to this other person? And up in Canada, and probably in the contract, it's got to be a nightmare for Kiss going up there at this time of year. I mean, they probably thought to themselves, yeah, we got a 50-50 shot at actually pulling this off, but we tested the lighting guy and he tested positive, so now we've got to shut down, a multi-million, because that's what this is. It's a multi-million-dollar operation. We have to shut it down. Just in one date, how much money does this bring in? Millions, easily millions. You have to pay everybody. You gotta pay for the rental of the venue. Wow, it's a lot to think about, right? So anyway, folks, it's an undisclosed, unforeseen. We don't know what it is. We don't know who it is. It's the media at their best. It's the publicists. It's everybody on the inside who knows how to write copy for consumption. They put it out there, and now we don't know anything. That's the bottom line. We don't know anything. But, it's good for my channel, because then I can speculate, and then people can say, you're insensitive for speculating. Well, he didn't tell me what it is. So just to read the headline. I did. It's an unforeseen illness. That's kind of vague, isn't it? Doesn't give me a lot to go on. So I'm just doing what I normally do. If you want to say this is grifting because I look at a headline like this and I know it's going to be good for my channel, yeah, as I'm trying to get people to watch the content here, but I'm also mocking the way the Canadian and American government and Kiss themselves, who, scared their fans, and they were the most authoritarian of all of the rock bands out there, the major ones. There were others, the Offspring and all these other ridiculous bands who were just, follow the government. The government knows best for you. We're rebellious. We're raging against the machine. No, you're raging with the machine. You're not raging against the machine. All right, people. That's my video on this particular topic. I was showcasing Uriah Heap, I think, at the beginning, right? Been such a lengthy video, I forgot. Jeff Scott Soto in this, or on it. He's not an official member of the Heap, but he is out on tour with TSO, Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Try to get tickets for that if you can, because it's just a top-notch thing that happens every single year, and it will put you in the holiday spirit. Hopefully, TSO won't have any cancellations due to unforeseen illnesses. God bless. See you soon.